Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. All right, y'all. I just want to give my random thoughts and ideas about this Kendrick's joint, Euphoria, the diss song. And I realized a couple hours ago that it's on the same instrumental, which I'm pretty sure Kanye sampled, from Kanye and Do or Die. I think the song was called Higher, right? So I wonder if Kendrick has a message even from the instrumental from the beginning of the song. I'll leave that for now. But I'm not a super big hip hop head the way others are being super surgical, right? I'm getting certain things and other things not so much. Um, right? So let's get into it. I told y'all they would try. Look, Z is not going to be as humble as normal Z because that's really me most of the time. But today I ain't going to be so. Tonight I'm not going to be so humble. I told y'all they was trying to get Drake the hell up out of here. I said it. Yes, I heard the Kanye diss also, and he said it. Yeah, they try to get Drake the hell up out of here. I think Drake has done way too many. Shout out to the Canadians. We're not going in on all Canadians, but we definitely going in on this Canadian today. I think Drake not being Black American, he's done a lot of sneak stuff behind the scenes that we may not know about, not because we're not industry people. But the whole every chance he get, he want to pipe somebody's girl. Like Drake has a thing for piping other. Plies has a song about piping other people's old lady, but it looks like Drake. That's what he does. Like that's what he really does. He gets off on like taking other people's wives and girlfriends, and I think apparently cease and desist letters in the background, desist letters, excuse me, in the background. I think Drake is like really on some sneak stuff in the background, and I apparently these rappers are like over it. Right. Number one, Kendrick continues with the essentially white boy talk, right? Like we don't want to hear you say. And excuse me, this is Z After Hours. It's officially 9 o'clock on the East Coast. It literally just turned 9 o'clock, so we will be using profanity maybe. So yeah, excuse me, Kendrick literally just saying, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Like, and Mr. Z is gonna admit, I agree. Oh, I said it. Right, I said it. Yeah, it's not fair. Forget fair. Like, let me be very clear about where Z is with hip hop and rap music. I don't care about fair. Hip hop is a black man's sport. I'm okay with black men kicking women out. I said it the way I meant it. I'm okay with black men kicking white folks out, Latinos out. I'm okay. I'm okay with Negroes being as ruthless about hip hop as humanly possible. I'm okay with us giving Eminem his props just so we don't look racist. Even though many of us are like, he's good, he's lyrical, but he really didn't do it for me. Yeah, I said it. Huh? The world gets to be ruthless with black men and we don't get to be ruthless back. So I'm okay if rappers behind the scenes said get him the hell up out of here, who's gonna do it? And Kendrick said me? All right. And Z, that's not fair. And your point is? But Drake is doing numbers. Them Negroes said they don't care. Right? Those Negroes said they don't get the hell up out of here. Right? We have to be honest. Apparently, Drake has done some really sneak, foul stuff. We know that Drake and Kendrick have been taking shots at each other for a decade, right? We know that, right? We know they've been going back and forth for a decade, sneak dissing each other for about a decade. But this Euphoria joint to me was fire. Yeah, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Like that stuck out, right? Shout out to Kendrick for bringing up the DMX, right? I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you dress, right? You don't know nothing about that. Like, just pretty much call it like, yeah, you're a horrible dad, probably. I'm trying to raise my son to have morals, rules, principles, and you don't know nothing about that, Oops, it's kind of messed up, right? Huh? And the reason why I brought up Kanye, and the reason why I brought up, as I said, I think they're trying to get Drake the hell up out of here, because what did Kendrick say? This is how the culture feels, which I think when he says culture, he means black men. I don't expect Kendrick to say it because that might be a bit too alienating. Um, but when he says this is the way the culture feels, I thought about black men, and I thought about something that Lovely T said when she said her and her homegirls were rocking with the Drake diss, but when she spoke to her sons about it, they weren't really feeling it. And I'm like, yeah, you're a black woman, you don't really get it. You don't really get it, but your sons do. And even if they can't articulate it as black men, meh, right? Huh, right? Huh. So I really think that Kendrick and Drake be, and by the way, when I say get Drake the hell up out of here, understand that Drake is not literally going anywhere. He's too big, too big to fail. He's doing numbers. The suburban kids and the women are gonna definitely prop him up, and Drake's not going anywhere, right? But a chink in that armor, yeah, right. So this is an interesting back and forth. I do think that Drake, like I said, Drake isn't going anywhere. I think Kendrick is playing multiple angles. He's just from the pretty much coming to America for culture. That's the FBA ADOS line right there. Um, when you're on stage, when he said about Sexy Red, like I think you see two. When you're on stage with Sexy Red, I think you see two bad bees, right? That's you might as well pump pussy on stage too. Woo, right? Man, I'll bring Diddy back. See if Chubbs, which is one of that's Drake's like handler. Like when I say handle, like he handles things for Drake's on a street level. Apparently, um, I'll see if Drake is willing. I'm not Drake. I'm sorry. I'll see if Chubbs is willing to crash out. Pretty much like saying Diddy did something to you, and your people ain't do nothing about it, right? Look at the Canadian being a Canadian. The Canadian is being a Canadian. Yes, I'm being biased, Dre. And Dre says Kendrick diss track was weak. I expected nothing less from you. Look, I owned I was being biased with the Ross diss. Look, I owned it. As a fellow Dade brother, I owned it. Look, Mr. Z is about owning, own who you are. How the lady say, speak your truth, queen. Right? Right? But yeah, no, Kendrick's joint was multi-layered. And he admitted, and I really, but by the way, I really think Kendrick means like he doesn't rock with Drake at all. Like, I hate the way that you dress, I hate the way you talk, I hate the way you walk. No, I know he was reciting DMX, but no, I think I think Kendrick really means it. I really think he hates what Drake is for hip hop. I don't think he's joking. I don't think he's just reciting DMX. Right? So yeah. So I'm let's see. Oh yeah, and by the way, Z is doing a Popeyes run tonight. This is definitely Mr. Z hasn't had Popeyes in a while. I haven't had Popeyes since when y'all heard me on the live ordering. So yeah, Mr. Z is in the line right now. It's been been a little while. But yeah. No, I think this is multi-layered, exactly, Leon. Leon says bars, right? Multi-layered. I respect the back and forth. I do think we're watching because I do think this is a culture class. I told y'all, what did I say on the Roger Report's channel? Drake is the Olive Garden of hip hop. I meant it when I said it. That was months and months ago. I said that on the Roger Reports channel. Dre was there when I said it, right? Shout out to Rogish. Rogish was there when I said it. Obviously, Roger was there when I said it. Shout out to Raj. Oh, you said no. I got bars for Dre. Okay, right. So I'm not gonna be a whole Kendrick D writer. I do prefer Kendrick over Drake. Um, I do think Drake serves a purpose, right? In hip hop, I do think the poppy rap music mixed with R&B speaks to women. Obviously, our suburban cousins. Nothing wrong with being black and in the suburbs. I'm not taking shots at you, by the way. And women, right? And I think when Most Def said in that interview, I wish he would have stood on it and not apologized. Shopping music with an edge. Own it, Most. You said what was real. You said what was on. I don't know if it's most black men's hearts, but at least a sizable minority. I think it's most, to be honest. I wish he would have just stood on what he said. Most Def. A lot of us think like that, right? Huh. Oh, and thank you for the super chat. And Vixes, this is the difference between rap and lyricism. Uh-oh, right? And the fact that he said, I was taking care of my family, now I could come. Essentially, I was taking care of my family, taking care of my son. Now I could come back to this, and you don't know nothing about that. Ooh, ooh, ugh, right, man. So this is this the breakdown in the intro, right, of essentially saying, I could see your moves. You're telegraphing your moves. You're predictable, right? And they're really pushing. They're really pushing that Drake's a white dude. Listen, to all the mixed brothers, Mr. Z does not see you as white unless you want to be white. If you call yourself white, by the way, if you're mixed and you call yourself white, you're white from now on. I don't care what you say from now on. The second you call yourself white, that's what you are to me. But I don't see mixed people as white. Shout out to J. Cole, right? But I'm with Kendrick saying we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Please stop. Ugh, cringe. I agree. I agree with Kendrick on that. I definitely agree with that. Right? Dre says Drake is white, but J. Cole is black. Make it make sense, right, Dre? Make it make sense. I know. I know. It's not consistent. Well, nobody said it had to be. No, Drake is black. Drake is black. Drake is just a safe black person who has decided that he's not going to offend the whites like his mom, the small hat whites, and so he plays it very down the middle. He's not going to mess up his money talking about nothing really black. He's not going to take a side. And if you want to know what black people's issue, especially black people in America issue is when it comes to a lot of our mixed brothers and sisters, that's the issue. There is no middle. You will pick a side, or you will be forced to pick a side. No, my dad is white and my mom is black, or my dad is black and my mom is white. I can't pick a side. No, you're gonna pick a side, or you're gonna get kicked to a side. And here's the kicker. Y'all already know where Z is going with this. There's only really one side to pick, because the other side would never embrace you that way, and we both know it. Oops. That's why I be laughing at mixed people like, I was bullied by black people and white people. Shut the hell up. Right? I wasn't accepted by white people, but I was bullied by black people. Negro, do you understand what you just said? You were bullied by black people, but you were never accepted by white people. Do you understand what you just said? Right? Y'all give Z 1 second. Let me make this order real quick. And like I said, I don't think Drake is going anywhere, and Mr. Z is back. Um, yeah, I don't think Drake is not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. When I say get him out of here, I mean diminish his star, which I don't even think they can really do that. I think only time will diminish Drake's star for the most part. I think he's solidified himself in a certain era of rap, hip hop. Um, he's been doing numbers for a decade, right? He's been a big name, a huge name in hip hop for over a decade. So yeah, he's not really going anywhere really. Um, but yeah, you see what I'm saying, Venom K? Pick a side. J. Cole picked a side. J. Cole picked a side because J. Cole knew that he had no choice but to pick a side, right? And I've been saying this forever. Before I even really made myself known in the Black Manosphere, I've been saying Drake plays it too safe, way too safe. And it and I argue that Drake plays it safe not just to protect his album sales and his money, but because he really is that dude. He is, what do I say about Latinos? Racially schizophrenic, right? What was his response to his mom? That little fake thing that he did with his mom through that text message or whatever he screenshot and sent to and had people see. What was his response to Rick Ross when his mom said, "Oh, you went to go get a nose job without me," and he was like, "What did he say? Oh, I would do a 2 for 1 or whatever." Don't mind Rick Ross; he's just being racist, right? Do you think Cole would say that as a response to Ross, right? Huh? Like I said, Drake occupies a lane in hip hop, right? Um, and throughout time, we're gonna have people that occupy that lane, right? It's a entryway or on ramp for many people to that you introduce them to a softer, chill hip hop, one that's not so offensive to the women, right? Drake being more light skinned and mixed, he's definitely more palatable to white folks. Him being from the burbs of Canada, huh? So, and Dud says Drake did blackface. I've seen the picture. Drake did blackface, so that's probably a big reason as to why they call him white boy, right? And I think that speaks to, I think what Pusha T did with that speaks to what I think many of us suspect, but I think rappers and industry people actually might know about Drake, which is he is putting on an act, right? He is an actor after all, right? So, and I'm not going to turn this into the Drake, hate train either. I do have Drake songs on the iPod. Sorry to all you young Gen Zs, y'all might not even know what an iPod is, right? But I do have, so I'm not going to turn this into a Drake hate train either. Although I am rocking more with Kendrick, right? No, and I'm gonna enjoy watching people's reviews. I listened to a couple hours of Thought Crime's review of the song, right? Shout out to them. And Drake has a lane. I think Kendrick what Kendrick is doing and slowly and I could tell he has more, right? And I think he's gonna go at the angle of, and I think because he hinted at it, And Pusha T hinted at it. I think he's going to go right to that angle of you're insecure, and I do think Drake is insecure. I think that when Drake goes at women, I think you can tell that Drake is the square brother that made it. Drake, a lot of us are the square brothers that made it. Obviously, not made it the way you made it, but Drake is the square brother that made it. And when he jabs at women, you could tell there's some resentment there. You ain't just jabbing at her, you jabbing at the chicks that overlooked you back in the day. Drake, do you have prom queen fantasies? Not prom queen fantasies. I'm sorry, y'all. Wrong term. Wrong term. Um, um, High school reunion fantasies. There we go, Z. Right? Because I sense that insecurity in Drake. I think that's why he be trying to take dudes' women. Right? Drake, Drake is a divester. uh, Drake is a swirler. He just want to pull up. Drake just want to pull up to the high school reunion, right? With the expensive car and the bad chick with the fat ass, and be like, "Look what I made of myself." Right? Man, I guess I gotta address this one now too. And Mr. Shook to you says, as a Floridian, where would Trick Daddy rank on your list of rappers? Ooh, definitely top 100. For the South, I like to hear what other Southerners think about Trick Daddy. Right? I love to hear what other people from around the country think about Trick Daddy, and I like to hear what other Southerners think about Trick Daddy. And y'all give Z 1 second, y'all talk amongst yourselves. And we're back. At least this time it wasn't that long of a wait. Whoever told y'all was gonna go to Popeyes and just be in and out, I don't know. It happens every once in a blue. Well, that's not a common occurrence. Oh, that is a nice looking 3 series. Anyway, um, back to the subject at hand. Um, Damn, Mr. Z, don't lose your train. Oh yeah, we talking about Trick Daddy. Yeah, I would like to know what other people think about where Trick Daddy ranks, right? So yeah, no, I obviously as a Florida native, I have a lot of Trick Daddy songs on my iPod. I rock with Trick, right? Especially a few stuff that was on the albums that weren't really radio hits, right? But yeah, no, but he definitely, um, in the pantheon of Florida rappers, Ross has definitely overshadows Trick. Ross definitely, it's not even close. It's not even close, right? But and I do have more Ross on my iPod, but I definitely listen to Trick um for more crunk stuff and for more introspective things, depending on the song, right? So yeah, that's my Trick Daddy comment, right? And thank you for that, Mr. Shook to you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Um, yeah, no, and back to this Drake thing. So yeah, they just trying to get him out of here. Ross, Kanye, Kendrick, right? I think they just trying to get him the hell up out of here, right? Um, yeah, and I would love to know what is going on in the background that we might not know, which is much of the reason why they want him out of here. Because I don't think it's just, oh, he's the one doing the numbers and we're jealous. Could it be some jealousy there? Yeah, but I don't. I think Kendrick is being honest. I don't think it's jealousy for Kendrick. I think he hate. I really think he hates Drake. I think he really hates what Drake represents. I don't think he's joking on that, right? Right. And y'all talk amongst yourselves. Y'all give Z 1 second. And we're back. Right. So yeah. I'm sorry about that. Y'all phone call threw me off. But yeah. So I don't know if there's something going on in the back. Take that back. I'm almost certain that there's something going on in the background. I don't think obviously we know, but I don't think it's just jealousy. I don't think it's jealousy for Kanye. I don't think it's jealousy for Kendrick. I don't know about Ross, but I would wager that it's not jealousy for Ross either, right? Because like Ross said, like, you know, I got more money than you. What you want me to say? What the f you want me to say? Like I'm sitting in a $50 million house. I mean, at this point, we're all super rich, right? We're all super good. We have to go out of our way to lose our money at this point, right? Do I think there are people that are jealous of Drake? Absolutely. Do I think that this back and forth between Drake and like what seems to be, it's not the whole industry, but what seems to be the people that are going back and forth with him, do I think that's jealousy? I don't think so. Not for the names I just mentioned, right? So yeah. So this beef is turning out to be definitely about, as Vic said, rap versus lyricism, right? And I think this is definitely Kendrick sitting down, thinking things out, formulating how he wants to frame this. He definitely wrote, right. This is what this, excuse me, wasn't just off the dome. And when he said it's not a 1v20, it's a 20. It's not a 20v1. It's a 1v20. Because I gotta go against your Ghost Riders, and he takes shots at Yachty, right? So yeah, No, this is good. This is very, you know, very good. What they say, this is good day for hip hop. Let's keep it on wax, right? I hear other people saying that. No, I don't think this is gonna turn into nothing street stuff. Although, okay, is it just me? Because when Kendrick said the lines about Alzheimer's and I'll park his son, and so I was guessing that that was about Jay Prince and Jay Prince's son, right, Junior, but I wasn't certain about it, and apparently it might be. That was like a kind of shot at them, like, hey, y'all better stay out of this type thing because I don't care. I'm not pushing T. Like, y'all ain't gonna be able to pull me off of Drake's ass, right? So yeah, so yeah, it's not street. I hope it stay not street, but that was definitely, yeah. If what I think that was is what it is, right? Is that what I think it is? Right? So yeah. So yeah, y'all. No, I'm kind of liking this, and this is why I listen to rap. This is why I listen to hip hop. This is I like the back and forth. I like that we keep hip hop, you know, interesting. We keep hip hop interesting, right? And to be frank with y'all, I like that we talking about this and not talking about Sexy Red and them. I really almost lost my religion right now. Ooh, I almost lost my religion right now because I'm not gonna tell y'all what I really wanted to say, but yeah, I'm glad that we're talking about this hip hop beef rather than the ladies will say, right? Shout out to Attorney Dennis Sperling, the lovely ladies. Yeah, instead of talking about what they got going on with their lack. The girls are running hip hop right now. Oh, really? Once the Negroes that's actually doing numbers start talking, well, the only time the women get mentioned is when a Negro mentions them. Shout out to Kendrick for mentioning Sexy Red. Exactly. Right? I said it. I meant it the way I said it. I meant it. I'm all about black men in hip hop telling everybody else they could take a hike. And we decide who the hell is hot and who the hell is not. And we hand out passes here. I'm all about black men doing that. As ruthlessly, as mean, as condescending, as rude, or as kind, or as nice, or as pleasant as we want. I mean it. I'm all about black men telling other people, that includes women, that includes black women, that we run this and we decide who's in and who's out. And it don't gotta be fair. Yeah, right. When Star and them said there should have been a hip hop council, I agree. I agree. There should have been a hip hop council. And to be frank with you, I still think there should be. And I'm not saying that Drake shouldn't be here or that they, Drake, like I said, I really mean it. I'm not just saying that just to say it. Like Drake serves a purpose in hip hop, and it's not just to be a cash cow, right? But I stand on it. There should be a hip hop council. Absolutely, absolutely. But a bunch of old heads that are sanctioned by other old heads to decide who's in and who's out, right? If y'all really want to have a community, you got to really know what that means. If you really want to say further culture, then you really need to know what that means. Huh? A whole lot of people be saying that until it's time to be regulated, and then nobody want to say it no more. when it's time to when it's time to be sanctioned, then nobody want to own up to it anymore. No, either you really mean this community talk, you really mean this culture talk, you really mean this black talk, or you don't. Because it got uncomfortable because now you don't just get to do what you want to do no more. Now there's rules and regulations, right? And a whole lot of people be talking until it comes time to actually mean what you say. Then you don't mean what you say because you never meant what you said, right? Huh. So yeah, no, Kendrick and Drake, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be round after round after round. I don't actually want to be fatigued by this because they're saying this is officially the first round, I guess, right? I guess this is the first round. And Detroit says, "Dumbass Ninja saying Drake is today Ice Cube." My reaction. Wait a minute. They're comparing Drake to Ice Cube No Vaseline? Oh no, they're not comparing Drake to No Vaseline Ice Cube. Me and my boys were listening to Ice Cube and to old NWA when we were in high school. I graduated high school in 2005, yo. Our brother's gonna be listening to Drake, right? 15-ish years from now? I don't know. Possibly. I don't know. We were listening to No Vaseline in the car in 04 and 05. I'm not joking. Huh? I randomly listen to Ether just for the hell of it. And then when I do listen to it, I listen to it on and off for like a week or so. Then I put it back to sleep, and then I go and listen to it again 6 months later, right? 3 months later, 4 months later. Mr. Shakti says Jay Prince. This is funny. Mr. Shakti says Jay Prince talks softly and carries a big shoddy. Look, yeah, whenever you hear him speak, he reminds me, or I guess he's probably older than Master P, or they may be the similar age to Master P, right? Like you hear how Master P talks, like they're very, but like you just don't want to be on the wrong side of them. Like that's very mafioso like moves, right? Where they're just like very, what they say, men of few words, but like you don't want to be on the wrong side of them. Yeah. Huh. But I mean it. I really think Kendrick does not like Drake whatsoever. I don't think he's joking. I don't think he was just channeling DMX when he was saying, "I hate the way that you walk, I hate the way you talk, I hate the way you dress." Right? I'm the biggest hater. And I gotta pat myself on the back from when I heard the diss. Before, remember, I said that before Kanye dropped his diss, that I think they're trying to get Drake up out of here because I've always felt like I've heard way too many people sneak dissing Drake, that it wasn't just jealousy. I think some of it is jealousy. I would not say that there's not brothers that feel like Drake like took all the oxygen out the room. I'm not gonna say that because I do think some of that is jealousy for certain rappers, but I don't think it's all jealousy, right? Huh. And I look, I'm really. I know everybody's disappointed in J. Cole for bowing out gracefully. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Even though he has nothing to do with the beef, I'm more disappointed in goddamn Most Def for apologizing or to reeling that back. Better yet, stand on what you said. Right? You said it. You said it with some conviction. Apparently not, because you reeled it back, and you were right. A lot of brothers want Drake the hell up out of here. Exhibit A. Unless Most Def got words up, right? He got a, not said words up. He got a head up, and then he messed around and said something a little too early. But that would mean that this was a setup from the jump. I don't know. Right? We got to watch this thing unfold to see where it goes. But yeah, no, this is going to be an interesting. Maybe this goes into the summer. Maybe that's too many rounds. We're out. Maybe this goes into the summer. Possibly. Maybe not. Because we haven't had a real rap beef like this in a what since Pusha T. No, that's not true. That's not true. But and I do respect Kendrick also for channeling a lot of back and forth that Drake then had. When he said Santa nigga, Santa nigga, that's Santa nigga, that's Ludacris. That's what Ludacris said to him years ago. Once I heard it, that's because I had liked when Ludacris said that. I remembered it. So once I heard that, him using, like I said, that same instrumental that Kanye used, like this is all stuff that I didn't need anybody to tell me. So I'm not telling y'all anything that I heard from somebody else's channel. When I heard that um intro the intro instrumental. There you go, Z. I remember that Kanye did a song with Do or Die called Higher. And I was late to the Do or Die train. That's why I remember that song so well. Right? Yeah, the YNM or YNW, whatever, the Melly joint. When he said that, I knew what he meant by it too. Yeah. Because I always thought it was crazy that you anyway, you off your friends, but yeah. Right? The Canada Dry joint. And Mike Rizzi says, give me a second because it should be highlighting and it's not. I hope you can. Okay, there it goes. And Mike Rizzi says, I think Common had the best Drake diss. It was good. It was good. Right. Huh. Really? Speaking of Suge Knight, he just did an interview with Patrick Bet-David. That's an interview I never expected. I think Patrick Bet-David is willing to interview with anyone. Um, Obviously influential. My issue with Patrick Bet-David is the same issue I have with Sean Hannity, listening to Sean Hannity speak to Stephen A. Smith. I am incensed. I don't even think there's a word in the English language to describe how, and I'm admitting this is biased here, this is straight lefty talk. I despise when these people drag on black people to their platforms, we'll say, and have black and try to get black people to say, well, won't you say that, if you just keep your head down, this is what Stephen A. Smith tried to do to sorry, not Stephen A. Smith, Sean Hannity tried to do to Stephen A. Smith, which is, well, if you just keep your head down and work really hard, then you can make it. Shut the hell up. Clearly your children, I mean your white children, don't even believe that anymore. Uh-oh. That is why your white children are flirting with socialism right now, because even y'all could keep on calling them kids soft all you want. Is it soft, or is it that y'all let the system get too rigged in the capitalist favor? Uh-oh. Huh? So Patrick Bet-David tried to pull the same thing. I'm so sick of it, to be honest with you. Huh. Your children are showing you through action that they're not riding with this crap. And when I say your children, I don't mean literally Sean Hannity's children because they're good financially, or Patrick Ben David's children because they're good financially. I'm saying their children's generation. Yeah, nope. And older, of course. Nope, absolutely not. So yeah, I'll try to check out the Suge Knight interview and see what he got Suge Knight to say, or what he tried to get Suge Knight to say. Man, so yeah, I'm just reading some of you guys' comments right now. Oh, okay, this is a good one. And Jake says, I think it's more being tired of Drake's repetitive music and his creative hoarding. Yeah, he no, that he does do. And reliance on the oh wait a minute, your comment moved. And reliance on of the market. Reliance and okay, yeah, that ended of that kind of threw me off. But no, yeah, so I will I will agree with you on that. Drake is really good, and Diddy used to do this also. I gotta say used to because it's over for him. Maybe, probably. They are really good at putting their finger to the wind and seeing whatever trend is going on and being on it. Drake is really good at that. And I know a lot of that is his team also, obviously, and them having their ears to the streets. But and when I say trend, I don't mean just in America. Drake and his team are really good at, oh, this is the hot thing in Britain, we on it. This is the hot thing in Canada, we're on it. This is the hot thing in America, we're on it. Like, they're really, and he is too, really good at it. Oh, reliance on the market. Okay, that's what you were trying to say. Okay, let's read your sentence again. Goddamn, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. And I think it's more being tired of Drake's repetitive music and his creative hoarding and reliance. And there we go. Reliance on the market. Yeah, I could agree with that. I could agree with that. Vixen Drake is the Britney Spears of hip hop, right? And only the strong survive says it's over for Drake. I don't know if it's over for Drake. I don't think you could get rid of Drake, right? And once again, Detroit, thank you for the super chat, number one. And Detroit comes back and says, Suge Knight is doing interviews in prison just recent. His reaction about Diddy and the feds. Plus Drake asks when it comes to beef for singing nigga. Yeah. Yeah, look, I don't think it's over for Drake. That's the one thing I'll disagree with you guys on. I don't think it's over for him. I think Drake is too big, and I don't think the suburban kids will let him go. I don't think the women will let him go. Right? I think for hip hop heads, um, that's a different conversation. I don't think hip hop heads were rocking with. I think hip hop heads appreciate Drake for who he is in his lane. But like once Meek started talking about Ghost Riders and Pusha T put a chink in his armor with some women by saying, you over here piping prawn stars. Ooh, almost got the whole word. Prawn stars and yeah, and you're insecure about your look or your racial makeup, better yet. Um, yeah, and you're hiding your son. That was a chink in the armor, but women still rock with Drake. Drake occupies the lane where he's such a big star that the people that rock with him don't really care what you say about him. He's a ghostwriter. No, he's not. Here's the evidence. So, right? Yeah. Drake really don't really like women like that. He's just making music for y'all because he knows that's where the money is. Dude, that's not true. This Negro is putting hot sauce in condoms. So He's hiding his son that he had with a prawn star. That's not true. Here's the evidence. So, right? So yeah, no, the people that ride with Drake, they're gonna ride with Drake no matter what you say. And I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When it comes to art, I'm okay with people being irrational. I just don't want y'all to be irrational about numbers and math and stuff, right? Facts and figures. But when it comes to art and people's opinion, it is all up for interpretation anyway. So yeah, y'all killing me in the comments. Detroit said shopping mall rapper. Detroit comes back and says Macy's and JC Penney's rapper. Vixens. And thank you for the super chat. Drake makes music for Mayo teenage girls. Oh, hysterical. I didn't know he said that. And Orlando Brown, he's gone, y'all. Like, Orlando Brown is gone. I ain't even gonna tell y'all what I wanted to say. I'll reel that back. And Mr. Shook to you says Drake is really Diana Ross, Orlando Brown. Hysterical. Right? And Dre says, Z, you gotta do a panel on this one. Y'all gotta give me a couple days. We'll do that. I'll start off the stream with that, so we could go right into it. Y'all gotta give me a couple days. What is today? Today is, yeah. Y'all gotta give me a couple days, or I could maybe do an early stream. Can I do an early stream tomorrow? I could maybe do an early stream tomorrow. Try to get in a panel before Dr. Thunder, right? And Roger Report stream, right? Yeah. Maybe we might be able to swing something for tomorrow morning. Let's see. If not, we got to hold out until Friday. Right. And once again, thank you for the super chat, Vic. And Vic said again, Drake makes music for Mayo teenage girls. And low key, so one of my boys, white dude, used to work with. His daughter did have him spend a crazy money to go to a Drake concert a couple years ago. So it's funny that you say that because, yeah, she's definitely white. Right? So, yeah. Lion says they can ride with Drake all they want, but stay there when he takes another loss. Look, hey, let's be honest, bro. Hey, Pusha T lumped him up real bad. Pusha T lumped him up real bad. Thank you, Black Uru. And why did he stand on it? And shout out to Black Uru. Thanks for being in here. And Black Uru says those Most Def comments about Drake were true and hilarious. I don't know. Why did he reel it back? I know. Look, Most Def don't got nothing to do with this beef from what we know. I know everybody, like I said earlier, I know everybody's disappointed with J. Cole for bowing out gracefully. I kept on telling people J. Cole didn't want to be called a white boy. J. Cole didn't want for people to be like, oh, so the two white boys are teaming up. Right? So he bowed out gracefully, right? And it's up to y'all how y'all feel about that. I don't feel a certain way about it. The person I am most disappointed in is Most Def for reeling back what he said about Drake, because I think it's accurate. I don't think there's anything wrong with Drake making elevator hip hop, right? And I don't even really see it as elevator hip hop, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with Drake making shopping music with an edge. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that there's a lane for that. But Most Def saying it, which I think is true, but then reeling it back afterward and then trying to apologize. No, man, stand on it. Stand on what you said. Right? Mr. Shook you said Battle of the Half Breeds. Right? Man. Yeah, no, I agree with Black Uru on that. It was an accurate assessment of the lane that Drake occupies. Man. They just, I think you should just stand stood on it. You said it, and a lot of us agree with you, and you reeled it back because industry and money and who's moving in the background and who's threatening whose career, right? We know that's what it really probably was. Yeah. And then Detroit once again comes back with a super chat. It says Drake music is for Macy's, Sears, Kohl's, and J.C. Penney rappers. Look, man, we ain't gonna go on. He got a couple of dope like hood shit. Oh yeah, Z, what are you saying? The hood songs are obviously features with hood rappers. See, that joint with Jeezy with the Aaliyah sample is really good, but it's with Jeezy. Yeah, you're right. His joint with Ross, well, there you go. It's with Ross. His other joint with Ross. Oh well, his other. Okay, yeah. I really think Dre is trolling, but I also think Dre is saying that because he's Canadian and he got a rod foot with his fellow Canadian. Look, Dre, I'm okay with you being biased. I look, especially like I said, with art, I'm okay with people being biased. I'm okay with people being biased when it comes to art, right? You can be biased. Black Uru said when Mo said he listens to Drake, he thinks of shopping. I laugh my ass off. Look, it's okay. That's okay. I'm mad that he reeled it back. Oh, and thank you for the super chat. Right, and once again, Detroit, thank you for the super chat. Let's read that one more again. He's a Drake music is for Macy's, Sears, Kohl's, and J.C. Penney rappers. Look, y'all not gonna turn this into Drake is the type of light skin, or Drake is the type of dude that lays on his stomach, kicking his feet up while he's writing his Kendrick disc. That's my Drake is the type of. Okay, there we go. I got that one in. And Leon, thank you for the super chat. Leon says Drake makes Quinceañera rap, not the Quinceañera. Oh man, not the Latinas with their dresses and what how did Cat Williams form that joke again? I'm a butcher it. I'm not even gonna say it. Just scrap that. Scrap that. Not the Quinceañera rap. That's what we're gonna say, right? Man, see what I'm saying? And Charles Irby, exactly. And Charles Irby says Drake has good songs, but he does need to stay in his lane. I'm not excusing him doing blackface. Me neither. It tells he lived white most of his life until he made it. Did he act black? I don't even know if he acts black. I would just own it. I don't even know if Drake acts black. I think Drake is the mixed brother that has identity issues, and I do not think that that applies to J. Cole. Excuse me, right? I'm gonna say this. It's gonna sound controversial. I don't even think that applies to Logic. Yes, the white passing rapper. I think Logic plays the game because he's white passing. I don't think he has identity issues. I think Drake does though. I think that's why they poke at that. I think that's why all those rappers poke at it. Right? No, I think for definitely. And Drake says Drake been around black people. Yeah, I don't think it has anything with him not being around black people. It's how does he act around black people, right? Dre says Dre says about Drake, right? Drake got robbed by black people and snitched on them. I mean, hey, if you're not part of the game, then it's not snitching, right? Now, if you part of the game, if you in the streets, then it's snitching, right? No, I know you're not lying, Dre. I know you're not lying. I actually heard it too. I heard about it forever ago, right? Bro, Detroit, do I really got to read that out loud because this is funny. Hey, And Detroit's on his funny man thing tonight. And Detroit says, this is hysterical. And once again, Leon, thank you for the super chat. The Kid Sierra rap. This is hysterical. And Detroit says, Drake makes music for Malibu Most Wanted for Sunday school student drivers. Let's read that again. Drake makes music for Malibu Most Wanted. That, see, the Wayans brothers, and because I thought about the way you said Malibu Most Wanted, but I thought about white chicks. So that lets you know where my mind went, right? And then Malibu Most Wanted, hysterical, good movie. Shout out to Regina Hall. She still looks fine in Sellers 50, but she don't got no man. So anyway, right? But yeah. So the fact that you said Malibu Most Wanted and I thought white chicks says a lot. And it's true, by the way. And then Sunday school student drivers. Right? Why? To keep them calm and at ease while they drive. Shout out to Toya. Peace, ease, and whatever you please, or however she says it. Right? Damn. But Mr. Z likes them like them smooth joints though. Like I said, like the Magello Red with Currency and Rick Ross. Like I like them type of joints. Right? So yeah. Hysterical Detroit. Really the Malibu Most Wanted joint. That's the funny. That's really the funny. Right? I agree with this. Why we get all the people in here? Oh man, I'm gonna read both of these. And Black Uru says, my daughter said Drake got a BBL. That's why so Rick Ross called him BBL Drizzy, by the way, Black Uru, right? And so Black Uru continues and says, if that is true, how does he even still show his face in public? Black Uru, this is not your era of hip hop where y'all would have flamed him to smithereens for this. This era of hip hop, people gonna give it. The people that ride with him are gonna give him a pass. There's a pun in there, right? The people that ride with, they don't look. Black. Think about it, Black Uru. Meek said he got ghostwriters. It didn't kill him. Pusha T said that he was hiding his kid. Showed the picture with him in blackface. It didn't kill him. Said he got a kid from a Prawn Star. It didn't kill him. Now Rick Ross then exposed him for the BBL and the pretty much tummy tuck, the drawn on abs, and the nose job, which we don't know if all of it is true, but some of it is true. It didn't kill him. Right? So, yeah. The people that was riding with him are riding with him anyway. And Charles Irby comment was, here we go, Kendrick Lamar will have ghostwriters working overtime to respond to Kendrick. Yeah. Yes. Agreed. I don't even got nothing to say about that. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Thank you. Yep, when you see me, check me. Ross did say that. Ross did say that. I told you they was trying to get him out of here. I said it before. Once I heard that Kanye diss, I said, I knew it. I knew it wasn't just Kendrick. I knew it wasn't just Kendrick. And I think Cole, accurately, he put his finger to the wind. He's like, oh no, this is going to be way bigger than just little back and forth disses. Oh no, I'm bowing out. I'm sorry, Drake. I can't do it. They coming from your head top, right? Man. And once again, Detroit, thank you for the super chat. Hysterical, right? Vic says, I'll join in with Detroit. And Vic says, and thank you for the super chat. Drake make music for men who love Barbie movie, the Barbie movie. No, Drake said it on, I gotta find, because I keep on referencing it. I gotta find the song, and maybe one of y'all know, when he said, I make music for what did he say? I make music for the women and dudes that get women. I make music for the dudes that get women, for the niggas that get bitches, or something like that. Something like that. He said it on a mixtape. This is before Drake blew up. This is for those of us that were listening to Drake back in 2010. Back in, not even 2010, back in 2009 type joint. right? For those of us that remember, I can't remember the name of that song, but he said it back then, right? So yeah, but this is funny. Drake make music for men who love the Barbie movie. Man, yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. I think. See, and oh yeah, let's not wait a minute. Z, how did you forget that? Kendrick pretty much said that Drake was trying to pay people out to give them dirt about Kendrick. Was Z the only one that heard that? Look, I don't co-sign it, even though me and Drake are the same age. And Black Uru says my daughter also said Drake got a penile enlargement. Man, what the f? What the f y'all do? Y'all young dudes co-signing. Look, I don't co-sign it. I don't co-sign the pretty much man surgery. What? So wait a minute. What do they call it? The mommy makeover? What Drake had a daddy makeover? We can't even really go in on that because so did Kanye. Kanye got it what pretty much a tummy tuck. Also, remember he said that on TMZ. So I guess that's what these dudes are doing. But Kanye's an Xer, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. Shout out to Thought Crimes. Because Thought Crimes said that the reason why Drake don't really go at Kanye is because he reveres Kanye and Kanye knows it. You can't go at your dad, right? I bring that up to say if Kanye admitted to us he pretty much got a tummy tuck, did Drake follow in his daddy's footsteps and get a tummy tuck too? Uh oh. Huh? Yeah. So this is gonna be fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, but I think all of them want to get him out of here. I think all of them want to get him out of here. Not all of hip hop. I don't think all the men of hip hop want to get Drake out of here, but I think a large number of them do. And I think Kanye said it straight out, and then Kendrick pretty much said it too. It's not just me; it's the culture. So yeah, this is gonna be good, right? This is gonna be good. This is gonna be fun to see who goes at who and how. Let's see who else jumps in the fray. Who else takes right? Jay Everything says I gotta read this now. Jay Everything says I don't like his face. I don't like his voice. Don't like how he walk. Yep, DMX said it, and guess what? Kendrick said it too. I told you they want him out of here. I think he done took out more oxygen out the room. I think he's doing sneak stuff in the background. Obviously, I don't know. I'm not an industry guy, but yeah, I think he's doing sneak stuff in the back. He's always beefing with somebody about women, bruh. Right? I think he's insecure. I think Drake is insecure. I think Drake is an insecure brother. I really do. And I think Kendrick touched right on that when he said it. Like your money won't fix this, bro. Which is essentially where Pusha T went to. Kendrick definitely listened to other disses of Drake, and he drew from all of them because he referenced like so many of them. He referenced so, and that was Kendrick's way. This is my speculation of just pretty much saying the whole industry ain't rocking with you, bro. Indigo, you didn't say this more than one time. I actually wanted to read it the first time you said it, but I forgot. And Indigo says, "I've never liked Drake's voice." Indigo said, "Put me over there with DMX. Rest in peace, DMX." Right? He said DMX ain't the only one. I don't like his voice neither. Yeah, man. Possibly. And Dre says he's beefing with them because he f their beef. Yeah, possibly. I don't think it's really just only that, but possibly, possibly. Y'all missed it what I said earlier. Um, when it comes to hip hop and rap, I want black men to be as ruthless with guarding hip hop as humanly possible. I want black men to decide that they don't like someone and just kick them out, just block them out, freeze them out. Don't do features with them. Call right. Yeah, we ain't rocking with this dude. I'm not saying that they necessarily should do that to Drake, but if they do it to Drake, which by the way, I don't really know how you could get Drake all the way up out of here for real. But if they do decide that's what they want to do to Drake, meh, shrugs. I think hip hop is black men's. I didn't say black people. I said black men. And I think it's okay if black men decide to freeze women out. I think it's okay if black men decide to freeze non-black people out. I think it's okay if black men decide to freeze out individual black men. Yes, I said it. And Mr. Shook to you says nobody ever tried to beef with Lil Wayne like this. Is this a light skin, dark skin thing? I think some of it has to do with skin tone, more racial makeup than skin tone, because nobody really did this to Ti. Right? We got a whole lot of light skinned Negroes around here. Nobody really tried to do this to to Ludacris. As a matter of fact, talking about Ludacris and Ti beefed. No, no, So no, I definitely think racial makeup more than skin color, more than skin tone, right? Yeah. So yeah, with that, I do. I like this, and I think Euphoria is really good. I don't think it. I like the instrumental. I like the production. I don't think obviously. I don't think it's as. I don't think it has like the club staying power. Not to say it should that like that does with Future and Metro Boomin, but no, it's straight. It's straight, right? It's straight. But yeah. So on that note, y'all, let's pause right here so Mr. Z could go eat his Popeyes because this is the first time Mr. Z's eating Popeyes in weeks. Look, I done held out. I held out. Um, so we will pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. I'm gonna do a panel. Yes, I am, and so we could talk about it. Um, and I want to do a political panel. I'm just trying to see what I want to come. You know what? I think I'm gonna tie the political panel to the Doomer stream. Right? Yeah, we'll do that. That's what we'll do. But yeah, no, I'll do. I will definitely do a panel on this so that we could talk about it. Um, yeah. And Leon said, "Quit it, quit it." And Leon says, Z, stop it, bro. Black men cannot stop Saucy Santana from rapping. We can skip Nas X." You know what's funny about you saying Saucy Santana is if it's really BBL Drizzy, then BBL Drizzy has far more in common with Saucy Santana than y'all just would like to admit. And I just put that image in your mind. Right? Oh, yeah. True. That's true. That's true. That's true. And nobody will, right? Or Method Man for that matter, but definitely Redman, like you said. And Black Rule says, if you have the right background, skin tone isn't a big deal. Nobody effed with Redman ever being light skinned. It's light skinned, right? Like Black Rule says. True. And nobody ever will. And nobody ever will. Who won a box with Redman even now? Right? Good point. Good point, Black Room. Good point. Good point. Right. Who want to lyrically box with Redman? Nah, I don't think anybody does. Right. And Dre says, I think Z is team light skin. Actually, I default to dark skin. I am not particularly a dark skinned brother. I definitely wouldn't pass the brown paper bag test, but I'm I wouldn't pass the brown paper bag test, but I'm not dark skinned per se. But I do think that unlike what they got going over there in the black women landia, I think black men have come to a consensus, even light skinned brothers, that dark skinned brothers are the blackest black of us all. Right? I think that's why we joke about skin color, and yes, light skinned brothers feel a certain way and dark skinned brothers feel a certain way, but we don't got what's going on over there in black women landia over there. Right? So yeah. And as Black Uru said, because I think this would probably apply to black men as a whole, which is if you have the right background, ain't nobody really talking that skin color stuff unless we making jokes. Then everybody could get it. When it's joking time, it's joking time, and you know, light skin and dark skin jokes just gonna fly because it's gonna fly because that's what we do, right? And Dre says, "I was effing with you, fam." No, I understand, but no, the skin color thing, yeah, we leave that for. As a matter of fact, I'm actually glad that you brought that up. Funny enough, Dre, because when I listened to Lovely T's review of the first diss, the Drake diss, actually Drake dissing Kendrick back, and no, I'm sorry, she brought up the Rick Ross diss, and she was like, "Why y'all calling him white boy for?" Um, so then can we call the mixed girls white girls, and that's not fair, and whatever she was saying, I was like, and I remember thinking to myself, yeah, we don't have the same issues y'all got over there, right? I'm not saying there's not darker skinned black men that feel a certain way or lighter skinned black men that feel a certain way, but what y'all got going over there in black women landia, it's not the same, right? It's not. So, and Detroit says hysterical. Meg the Stallion make music for a nightmare for the streets. She for the streets, right? That's my point. And Jake says everyone gets clowned in this circle. You could be perfect. You could be a specimen, right? And somebody's gonna pick something out on you to make fun of, and it's gonna be funny, right? You could be a 6'3" tall brother with six pack and a chiseled chin that's earning over six figures, just perfect. And Negroes will still find a way to flame you, and it'll be funny. Thank you, Indigo. Exactly. Oh, perfect ass nigga. And it'll be funny. If you in the circle, you're in the circle. You getting flamed, right? Exactly what Indigo Flow said. Oh, perfect ass. This old perfect ass nigga, right? Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And Jake says, "Okay, Black Hercules, calm it down now." Exactly. Exactly. Detroit says, "That's true, bro. Everybody get flamed. When you're in the circle, everybody gets flamed." Right. So on that note, y'all, we'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all about to make me eat my cold. My pop be cold. My fries gonna be cold. Forget the chicken. Cold fries is no. You can't do nothing with cold fries. Nothing. Throw it away. Right. But all right, y'all. So we'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. No, this is good. This is the good thing about hip hop. A good sparring match. Although I really think Kendrick hates Drake for real. I don't even think he's joking. I don't think he's joking. Right? He really hates. I don't think he hates Drake. That I don't know, but I don't think he hates Drake. I do think he hates what Drake represents, though. That I do think. I do think he hates what Drake represents for rap and hip hop, right? Yeah, that right there now. Yeah. So we'll read this last one. And once again, Detroit, thank you for this. And let's read this one more again, and then I'll read Leon's comment and we'll end out. And Detroit says, once again, and thank you for the super chat. Meg the Stallion make music for Nightmare for the streets. She for the streets. What you said, Lori Harvey secretly listening to Meg the Stallion, not so secretly listening to Meg the Stallion in the background. Oops. And Leon says, Z, you lived in Florida for a long time, but the South has history with light skinned mulatto people, aka blue vein society type of ish. They were put in segregation while think they were better. Yeah. While they think they were better. Yeah. Yeah. True. What you think it was in Haiti? I wasn't there, but I'm just saying. What you think it was in Haiti? Look, that skin tone color thing runs deep in all of, you know what, all of the planet that are people of color, all the non-white spaces on planet Earth. The color shade thing is a thing, and then colonialism made it worse. If it existed where you were from, if there was a shade or color hierarchy or thing going on where your ancestors are, if it existed before white folks colonized, it got worse. Right? So yeah. No, Detroit, yeah, it's definitely Popeyes. So yeah, that's what I'm about to end out right now. And Detroit says, what? Call fries and don't tell me it's from Popeyes. Yeah, that rhymes, by the way. That's funny. The whole Western Hemisphere, not even just the Western Hemisphere, India and all. India, well, I was gonna say India, Pakistan, and all of that. That's, well, Pakistan was India, so yeah, all of it, right? All of it. So yeah. And on that note, y'all, we'll pause right here. Y'all gonna have me here forever, and then y'all gonna try to trick me into starting a panel. I see y'all. I see y'all. Look, I gotta go eat and chill with the lady for the next few minutes before she go to sleep that I can, right? So, once again, right, I'm gonna blame it on Black Uru again for randomly, for no reason. Black Uru don't got nothing to do with this. Black Uru could be like, well, Z, you always blame it on me, right? And Chaos Rain leaves y'all with a link to his channel. There we go, right? Detroit, I miss Bojangles too. We used to have one down here in Miami, and we don't have it no more. I didn't care for the lunch, but definitely Bojangles breakfast. I know, y'all wouldn't believe it, but I actually liked it. And on that note, y'all, look, y'all ain't gonna, y'all not gonna get Z, not today, right? CC Victor, start a panel. No, y'all ain't gonna get me today. All right, we will pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease, literally chicken grease. And y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content like Chaos Rain and oh yeah, today's what, Tuesday, right? Oh yeah, should Art New Style be starting up a stream too? Firing up a stream in a minute if he didn't already. So we'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content for the love of God. Angry Man also is or was or is still covering this, so y'all check him out also. And he's far more hip hop savvy than Z is, so y'all check him out. And Mr. Z out. All right, y'all have a great rest of y'all night. Mr. Z out.